Ruminating, a commitment to job security as a supervisor in my cardiology research. Today is Saturday, 27 June 2026, and here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, ruminate about a commitment to job security if I was a supervisor in my cardiology research. So I ripped this Band-Aid off in terms of ruminating about being a supervisor at like kind of title level, video centric, very much on this a few days ago. So I'll link in the video description to that one. I also previously talked about work-life balance. So that'd be something if I were a supervisor that I would very much kind of choose to be an emphasis of mine. And for this one, I was like, maybe I could come up with, first off, a commitment to job security is would be a focus of mine in addition to the work-life balance. And so I was like, can I come up with kind of a zoomed in and a zoomed out, what that might mean? So I was like, which one should I start with? Maybe with the zoomed out so I don't forget. So a zoomed out approach is less of like the nitty gritty and more of like what I might want them to take away on like a longer time scale. So thinking about my cardiology self-experimentation and my cardiology work. So cardiology is study of the human heart and blood system for what I do. I put some heart references out for the Odyssey by Homer earlier this year, and some of the terms I used, I provided my notes and my interpretations and that kind of stuff. And in covering the heart references, and I used my own wording was like heart happy or heart satisfied, that kind of thing. And I was like, so for a zoomed out, a commitment to job security would be not thinking in terms of all or nothing, rather it doesn't have to be in balance or proportion or that kind of thing, but having presence of both for those I supervise, in terms of heart happiness and heart satisfaction. Because doing something and always being heart happy with zero satisfaction isn't necessarily, from my own experience, isn't necessarily a great thing. And having 100% heart satisfaction with no heart happiness isn't necessarily a great thing. So actually trying to retain some sort of presence as opposed to balance, being like presence of both, and allowing it kind of to vary for each person I supervise, and in focusing on job security. So job security meaning they feel safe in their job because it is their job and they can stay for as long as they want, and I can help make that happen. So a heart happiness and a heart satisfaction presence. Okay, they could choose to balance it. If it gets out of balance, then making sure that if they want balance, then I'm being like, how can I help with that? And make it feel like they have job security, because they do. Okay. So that's a zoomed out one. A zoomed in one, so kind of more of like, well, what are they doing on a day-to-day? When/where do I begin evaluating them? Set them up for success with this video as best I can. So at hiring/intake of what I work on, they pick one topic they want to work on, such as blood pressure or blood glucose or blood pressure history. I evaluate them for their choice and rationale why. Rationale matters in my self-experiment design and execution. Clear communication on the part of who I am to be supervising is a desirable. I expect the same from myself. Yes, so there's a loyalty here element of choosing a topic, and then they work for me for always, like I supervise them for always. Job security there is longevity and security, a commitment to them having that job is having a home in what they do with me. So thinking of, they have this home project and they could do other stuff, but making sure they have enough proficiency, experience, and feeling of home and sense of home, and kind of we have it so that they can commit to it and act on it and follow through on it in such a way that they have a place to return to in their work, and that allows them to take freedom in other directions if they want, and still kind of always return to this home project or area that they have. So there we go. This is ruminating, okay? I don't know, I'm done. Maybe it's a dreaming more ruminating. It's ruminating. So I was ruminating a commitment to job security as a supervisor in my cardiology research.